Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Well, you know what today is, right? It's Q&A. Are you excited about that? I love our Q&As. You usually, not always, just kidding. You send in great questions all the time. And today's no exception. If you want to get considered for next week's edition of Q&A, all you have to do is send it in to support@savingdinner.com. In that subject line, question for Leanne on Friday. And speaking of Fridays, I've got my disgruntled pelican sweatshirt on. If anybody is a fan of Schitt's Creek like I am, you're laughing right now because that is one of Moira's big sayings. I just love her. And I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but a friend of mine lives in the same neighborhood as Kathleen. Is it Catherine O'Hara? Yeah, Catherine O'Hara. And during the pandemic, they did a little bake sale in their front yard. Can you imagine, in basically the Beverly Hills area? They had this little bake sale and flowers and all kinds of fun things. And his name is Mark. And Mark said, "Oh yeah, she comes all the time and buys stuff from me." I was dying. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to get on an airplane and go see. I want to help Catherine O'Hara pick out some cinnamon rolls. I'll wear my sweatshirt. Anyway, I just thought that was so much fun. And speaking of fun, if you were here last night, you know we really got into the weeds on some hard stuff, recognizing that this year only holds 70 more days. That's 10 weeks, y'all. 10 weeks left of this year. And basically the buildup was, and the whole thing was, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to slide into old stuff that you've done before with the holidays? And I'm talking from my own experience. I know what that is. And like I said, it's like the Halloween ends up becoming a gateway to just crazy and slide, right? Instead of getting the candy corn, we get the Kit Kat bars. Anyone? Is this hurting? I'm mentioning all of this because two things that come to mind as we get ready to prepare for the end of the year. First of all, the holidays cause us to sort of write off the last of the year and not even pay attention to what we're doing because we got a lot of distractions, going on. That's one thing. And the second thing is that we don't get into our goals anymore. We just allow them to just go. And then we decide with a vengeance, come January 1, we're really going to do it this time. Well, I want you to take a look at the preciousness of this 70 days, of this 10 weeks coming up. And just because the holidays are here doesn't mean you have to go off the rails. We have our brand new holiday cheers plan. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it without losing your mind during the holidays and a bunch of excessive cooking. Easy swaps, what to do. Also, on November 4th, for those of you who are owners of the Take Back Your Life journal, I'm going to be going through this and absolutely 100% giving you a training. So even though we're shorting ourselves kind of 2 weeks, because normally what this is for a 12-week program, who cares? We're going to use it anyway. I'm going to teach you the psychology behind all of it and why the science is on our side to showing us that if we show up daily with this journal and write these things out that I'm going to show you how to do, it doesn't take a long time. I'm talking 5 minutes. You can change your life by the end of the year. And I don't say that lightly. It's the truth. So I hope to heavens that you're going to be a part of this. You can go watch the webinar from start to finish. Go to savingdinner.com/holiday. Or if you want to just see what we offered during this and get the holiday plan, maybe you've already got the Take Back Your Life journal. Maybe you're saying, I want to get into all of this. Well, go check it out at savingdinner.com/cheer. That's where you're going to find the plan offered as standalone if you want to, or you get it free. If you buy the journal, you will automatically get the holiday cheer program absolutely free. Okay. So that's what I have to say about all of that. Also, don't forget that the getting off the the carousel of crazy. It's a thing. We have a workbook that goes with it. This is the book. This is the workbook. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is a game changer because I've come to this realization after 63 years on this planet that if we can change our mind, we can change anything we want to in our lives. Pretty much. I mean, obvious stuff excluded. If you are missing a leg, you can't grow a leg back, but you know what I'm saying. Things are not impossible. Things just haven't been thought through enough. And getting off the carousel of crazy is showing us that we have this diet culture that we've all, volunteered for. Maybe that was how we were raised. That's how I was raised, with a mother who was constantly on a diet. And I, did that myself and yo-yoed all through my adulthood. I was constantly thinking about my weight, and what a bore that is. And it's time to get off. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it is not about the size of your pants. It's not about your lipstick color. It's about how good you feel in your skin. It's about what your blood tests say. And it's about living your most vibrant life. That's what it's about. Because nobody's going to be eulogizing your jeans, y'all, or your lipstick. So I want you to check this out. I want you to read this because this is my heart and soul right here in this book. And I think it will make a difference in your life. That's at savingdinner.com/crazy. And in January, we will be putting together another inner circle, maybe one more. Now, get on the wait list for this. Go to savingdinner.com/circle. It's closed right now. And I'm telling you, what a connection we have. There's only 50 women in there, and there's hot seats involved. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And it's yummy stuff, especially if you're ready for the next level of living your life. Especially if you're ready to let go of the carousel of crazy and go to the place of vibrancy. That can be found at savingdinner.com/circle. Put your name in the thingy, however the form is, and just get on that wait list, because this is how it's going to go. First, people who are already in inner circle are going to be offered a chance to renew. Then it'll go to the wait list, and then we open up to the rest of the list. Last time we sold out like that. Only 50 women. So I hope that's something that you might be interested in. And don't forget, we are now on TikTok. We are now on Instagram. Savingdinner.com is Instagram.com/savingdinner is how you'll find us. And same with TikTok. TikTok.com/savingdinner. And we ask you to go in there and follow and like and comment and all the rest of that. Caroline's coming over. My daughter is coming over this afternoon, and we are going to be doing all kinds of shoots and videos and all kinds of stuff. And last but not least, because it is October and we celebrate with our crock pots because it's Crocktober, every time you purchase something, we're going to send you a free ebook bundle of crockpot meals. Meals. You're gonna love it. It's a $37 value. It's absolutely free anytime you buy anything. How do you like that? And last but definitely not least, this is our most used and purchased supplement that we have. It is beauty support. It is our own formula. Nobody else has this, y'all. No one else has this, all based on science. It is a proven scientific thing that this will help you to build collagen. If you've been saying, oh no, my jowl, oh my skin, it's wrinkly, it's this, that, and the other thing. Collagen has been proven to help with fine lines and help the firmness and the thickness of your skin, because your skin is collagen, and this helps you to build it. That's what it does. That's the whole purpose behind it. I've got a methodology behind how I do it so that I get the best results. We've got the receipts. You could see the pictures and everything. It is amazing what can happen when you're really collagen conscious. This is the biggest supplement that's going to support you. That and Perfect Paleo Protein, of course, and some other tips that I have. You can watch that, by the way, on our Gorgeous Skin webinar. That's at savingdinner.com/skin if you want to watch that. It's well worth your while. And that, my friends, is the announcements. Let's get some questions, shall we? All right, first up, this is from Taffy, and she says, what are they about the after effects of Fukushima? affecting seafood and produce all along our west coast and up to Alaska. And what about wild-caught Key West shrimp? Right, there's pollutants everywhere. And one of the things that I have done is really stayed away from a lot of this stuff. I'm still eating wild Alaskan caught salmon. And you can find tests and you can ask different manufacturers, especially, people who are bringing in the wild stuff. Have you tested this? What do you know the mercury levels? Do you know the pollutant levels, et cetera? You can ask about that. I'm not big on fish caught in warmer waters, like Gulf shrimp, for example. We do Argentinian shrimp, which is a good wild shrimp and from cleaner waters. This is what I'm told anyway. But this is a hard one because everything is getting polluted. Everything is getting, has some kind of a scourge on it. So my strong suggestion is that you just make a decision that, as clean as possible. If you ever go to Whole Foods, by the way, they grade their seafood 1 through 4, I believe that is, at least they used to, and you can see what the best things are. One thing to be aware of is when you're buying any kind of fish, the larger the fish, the bigger the chances are of that fish storing toxins. It makes sense, right? I'm not big on eating swordfish or tuna. I'm more about eating smaller fish. And salmon is a smaller fish. Yes, it can get pretty big, but it's a smaller fish. So that's something that you should take a look at. And I'm sorry I don't have a better answer for that because, there's a lot of stuff out there that's affected. And the only way that we're going to know how affected certain things are is if the manufacturer or the processor is doing tests. But for the most part, maybe what we're going to do is stay away from the most ferocious stuff and get the other stuff. Anyway, that's how I look at it. This is from Debbie Kaufman, and she said, is there a CBD oil you would recommend for chronic pain? My sister-in-law has this, and her doctor said to try CBD, of which we know anything about. He did say that to use one that is a tincture to put under your tongue. Well, he's right, and he's right too. And not all CBD oil is created equal. As a matter of fact, we use Ojai, and Ojai is incredible. I know Will who makes this, and it's different than everything else. You're going to see it when you look at it. It doesn't look like a straight oil. It has an oily product to it, but you also see green and glumps and all kinds of things. And the process that they use is completely different, and most of the CBD is in there. What happens is a lot of these companies, you'll see with 800 milligrams, 1200 milligrams, 1800 milligrams, 4000 milligrams, it means nothing if that oil was heated and the CBD is broken, right? It's just like regular cooking oil. You got to be careful of that stuff. So we have a webinar on that. I believe it's savingdinner.com/CBD, but I could be wrong. And Jenny is going to post the links here. Go take a peek at the webinar. I do the webinar with Will and teach you why all CBD is not created equal. Plus, we have a screaming deal for that. They've offered us a great deal for it. It's an affiliate link. So yes, we do get money from it. But I will tell you, can I tell you how many CBD manufacturers have sent me stuff to try? And I've noticed nothing until I had Will's Ojai. Ojai Energetics is what it is. And they offer us a special deal, including a balm, which is amazing on joints that are really in pain, that you have a lot of pain with. And it's fabulous to help you sleep. And you could take like 2 droppers full and put it in a bathtub and watch how you sleep that night. The endocannabinoid system is fascinating. And we go through the whole thing on the webinar and talking about that. It was not discovered until 1990. So this is why I always say, be flexible with changing research. I got accused one time of somebody saying, you changed your mind on low fat stuff and you changed your mind on fat. You changed your mind on things. I am obligated to change my mind. I'm also obligated to get my research in. And when we find a new system in the body that we never even knew existed, we got to pay attention to that. So hemp was outlawed for a long time. And we ended up, interestingly enough, with autoimmune stuff on the rise the same time that it was outlawed. So you can watch it go all the way through. Once upon a time, they used to grow hemp and feed it to chickens. They don't, do that much anymore. But I just want you to watch the webinar. It is fascinating. And Will can get a little dry. I'm sorry, Will, if you're watching this, but Will can get a little dry at times. But that's who you want making your CBD. Somebody who geeks out on the science and brings it in the bottle. So I love it. I think it's effective and it works. And just FYI, get the biggest package that they have with the most bottles, because I would be show and telling it to you. I just placed my order because I ran out. Don't run out. This is the best CBD on the market. Okay, this is from Lucy. It's a long one. Buckle up. Here we go. Let's go, Lucy. Okay, I really need some help. On the 10th, I had a colonoscopy and was given while I was waking up, and was given info while I was waking up. Normal colonoscopy, except they found moderate to severe panmelanosis coli. Not cancer, but not good to have. The doctor informed me that these are a result of laxatives. Right. And I did a little research on this. I'd heard of it before, but I didn't know much about it. It is all about taking a lot of laxatives. He informed me that I do not know what is in the powder. I told him I take Fiber Mender with good results. He told me to stop taking it immediately, and I asked him why. And he informed me that I didn't know what was in the powder, and neither does my nutritionist. Boom, take that. I replied that my nutritionist most certainly does know what's in the powder and how it's made. The next day I called and read the ingredients to the doctor's assistant. Without too much delay, she passed it on to him, and his reply was, Fiber Mender is harming my colon. Exclamation point 1, 2, 3. Stop immediately and take Benefiber or Citracal, one that has wheat dextrin in it, and the other has too many items to list. I've looked at both of them and I'm not a fan. Leanne, I was quite rude to the assistant and questioned the doctor's sanity. After I apologized, I said I was going to ask you because you know what you're talking about. Typical doctor to assume he's the only one with any brains or knowledge. I don't have the luxury of leaving him since he did the procedure. I'm coming back to that. Please tell me what to say to him. I do not see what harm the ingredients could do. He was adamant, and I have no knowledge to fight him back with. Am I asking too much of you? We'll get back to that. Could you list some studies that I could read? I'll get back to that. And do you have a real zinger I can pass on to him? Melissa, the assistant, hasn't promised to pass on what you tell me to the doctor. Please know I'm counting on you to save my queenly poops. I do eat lots of fiber, but the powder really helps. I'm afraid I'm asking too much, but I'm desperate. All my love to Lincoln. She likes my doggy. Thank you. All right. First of all, I'm going to tell you you are asking too much of me because I'm just a lowly nutritionist, and I'm not going to go, put up your dukes to your doctor. I'm just not. Secondly, and I don't mean, and don't be hurt by me saying that. It's just that there's only so much I can do as a nutritionist sitting here on my Facebook Live giving you advice. My advice is always this: up your fiber and watch your fiber. And if you can get all the way to 50 milligrams of fiber a day with adequate hydration, that's how you build a healthy colon. That's how we as women, who the number one cancer that kills us, by the way, is colon cancer, not breast cancer, colon cancer. So we need to be on top of that, making sure without a shadow of a doubt that we're getting in the fiber that we need. It's useless unless we get in the hydration that we need. There is a hydration formula, right? A hydration equation, and set up your hydration station every day. You know this with what it is that you need. You take your weight, you divide it by 2. That's how much in ounces that you take. So if you weigh 150 pounds, divide by 2, that's 75 ounces of hydration per day. Your coffee counts, your tea counts, your bone broth counts. Anything with liquid counts toward your hydration because that's how your body reads it. Even though maybe you read somewhere, oh my gosh, but coffee and tea dehydrate. This much. The new studies, like I said, I stay up on that stuff. The new studies tell us differently, and which is good news because it keeps people from saying, I just can't drink that much water and giving up entirely. Water is a part of it, but so is every other part of your hydration. Okay. So that's what I know. As a nutritionist, that's what I know. Our fiber, by the way, is gentle and kind. If you look up each one of the ingredients, which I strongly suggest you do, and see what the benefits are, you can go through it and you can see how it helps to move things through. you know? Psyllium is gentle and it's in citrical or benefit fiber or whatever. That works. Acacia gum and what have you heals the colon, right? All these things that are in there, I would argue with that doctor that you know, I don't know why. I don't know why he would have, and he didn't give you a reason why, which is interesting. That's number one. And number two, I'm not going to give you any zingers to zing them back with. The zinger that I will give you, however, is leave that practice. You know, if you don't like what they're telling you, leave. Take your results, by the way. You say, I don't have the luxury of leaving him since he did the procedure. Who cares? Take your results. Thank you for the results. See ya. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. You have the ability, my friend Lucy, to pick up that phone and start dialing for doctors. Even better, in your area, ask someone who's an integrative, good, smart, going to listen to you kind of doctor and just doesn't dismiss. This guy's, you know, pulling out the MD. You don't know anything, and your nutritionist doesn't know anything, and this is terrible, and you're going to, you know, this is causing your problem, exclamation points. No, it's not. What caused your problem was laxatives from way before you probably met me. So, okay, next. And by the way, you know, my understanding of that is that will go away. And if you're still taking laxatives or what have you, you know, that's something you need to discuss with your doctor. But my understanding is that can be healed. You know, and this is not a laxative. It is not contributing to that whole thing. That's kind of crazy. All right. So your queenly poops, and all of us have queenly poops, right? If we're fiber mender users, that's because of the combination of fiber that's in there. 10 grams of fiber. It's a good start to the day. It's a necessary start to the day, especially for a lot of you who are just pooping out pellets. Pooping pellets is not good. We need good queenly poops. That, you know what that looks like? Looks like you dropped a snake in the toilet. It sinks. It's on the ground. It's not making a big mess when you flush it. That's fiber. And you know what? And I know this is a TMI, y'all, but it shouldn't stink either. If you're eating a whole lot of sugar, it's going to stink. If you're eating a whole lot of carbs, it's going to stink because that leaves a trace. But, you know, you should be able to go into the bathroom and not have to say, don't go in there. You know? It's just, you're just getting rid of what's in there, what's in your body. And that's what fiber does. It collects up the waste and it takes it with you. It's the metabolic cleanup patrol. So yes, you do have the luxury of leaving him. Just because he did the procedure doesn't mean you're stuck with him. You know, these kind of people just make me crazy. Now, maybe there is a better fiber for you. Maybe there's something, you know, maybe you need to do something that's all konjac root or pectin kind of a thing. But these two fibers that he's talking about aren't really that much different except for the chemicals that are in them, and ours is without. So I don't understand that, but, you know, I'm not going to get into your battle. If you want to stay with him because you think because he did the procedure, you need to go with him, then give up your fiber mender. Don't battle it out. But if you want to hold on to it, then go get a second opinion. You're entitled to that second opinion, by the way. You're entitled to that. And I will tell you right now, what I know without a shadow of a doubt is this, that when you're an empowered patient and you go in there and you need to ask them exactly what is it about this particular formula that's harming my colon. You said that this is the problem and this is what this is, and stop using it immediately. Yet some of these ingredients are in these other things that you're recommending. So I don't understand. And tell them that you poop well with it and you haven't, and you're not doing laxatives anymore if you're not, you know, whatever it is, because this is information that they need to know about, number one. And number two, it's also pardon the pun. And also, you know, you, like I said, you are not a tree. You are not planted there. You don't have to stay there. MD does not stand for medical deity. He's a mere human being with an opinion. I've had more nutrition courses than he has, if he's your standard doctor. But that doesn't mean I'm going to duke it out with him, right? I will tell you this, that the more empowered that you are, and when you go and you ask more detailed questions, his frustration and just saying, if you're not going to listen to me and I'm not going to give you information, is all the information that you need. But remember, you have the ability at any point in your life to say, that's enough. I'm taking my business and my business elsewhere. Okay? And I say that to everybody. If you have a doctor who's not going to work with you and just roll his eyes at any kind of nutritional information that you're giving him or telling about your plan. I get a lot of doctors who support what we're doing. You're doing the sprint, keep doing the sprint. Let's look at the results that you're getting. Your blood tests tell the story, But if you have a doctor who's just dismissive and all of that, we're done with them, right? Because remember, an ounce of action is worth a ton of theory. Don't forget that. And that's what, this rattles my chain. This is the thing that I get shaken up about. By the way, this is all recorded. I forgot to tell you that. So Caroline and I are going to get into the weeds. Come on, say hi, Caroline.
Hello.
She's here. That's all she's going to say. All right, we're going to get busy. The dog's in here, and craziness has ensued. Have a fabulous Friday, rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow for Soulful Saturday. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.